August 11th, 1919. Far away from the volatile, strike-ridden streets of Berlin, in the quiet, culturally rich town of Weimar, a monumental document is officially adopted. This signature marks the radical transformation of Germany from a militaristic, autocratic empire into a highly progressive parliamentary democracy. It is a moment of immense, unexpected hope. For the first time in German history, sovereign power rests entirely in the hands of the people, rather than an absolute emperor or a military elite. Yet, beneath the idealistic celebrations, the newborn republic faces an almost crushing weight of post-war reality. The nation is deeply traumatized by the losses of the First World War, humiliated by the terms of defeat, and plagued by severe economic instability. This new dawn is a fragile one, forced to find its footing amidst deep political polarization and a society fractured to its very core. Understand the audacity of this political experiment, we must analyze the revolutionary democratic framework built by the creators of the Weimar Constitution. Drafted by some of the finest legal minds of the era, the document establishes one of the most progressive and egalitarian systems the world has ever seen. This chapter explores the massive expansion of civil liberties. It guarantees absolute freedom of speech, assembly, and religion, and it grants women the right to vote and hold public office, years ahead of many other Western democracies. It also introduces a highly democratic system of proportional representation, ensuring that every political voice, no matter how small, has a seat in the Reichstag. However, the architecture also contains a fateful duality. To balance the power of a fractured parliament, the architects design a strong, independent presidency. This includes the notorious Article 48, which grants the president emergency powers to rule by decree without parliamentary consent during a national crisis. Designed as a visionary safety mechanism for a nation in crisis, this specific loophole would ultimately become a dangerous tool for those wishing to subvert the democracy from within. The Weimar Republic's birth was permanently marred by the bitter aftermath of the Versailles Treaty. Signed just months prior under intense Allied pressure, the treaty strips Germany of valuable territories, decimates its military, and inflicts astronomical financial reparations. This creates a perfect storm for political extremism, which plagues the new government from its absolute start. Right-wing nationalists immediately weaponize the treaty, fabricating the stab-in-the-back myth, which falsely claims that the imperial military was never defeated on the battlefield, but was instead betrayed by the democratic politicians, socialists, and Jews at home. Street-level violence becomes the norm as paramilitary groups clash across major cities. The infant government finds itself constantly fighting for survival, caught in a deadly crossfire between radical left-wing communists attempting to launch Bolshevik-style revolutions and reactionary right-wing groups plotting violent coups. The struggle to maintain democratic order in such a fractured society forces the young state to make uncomfortable compromises, relying on old imperial structures that never truly believed in democracy. Despite its eventual and tragic collapse in the early 1930s, the Weimar Constitution remains a magnificent landmark in global democratic history. We must look past its ultimate failure to examine how its profoundly progressive influence echoes down through modern constitutional design and our current understanding of fragile democracies. When the modern German state was rebuilt after the horrors of World War II, the authors of the Basic Law looked directly at the Weimar model. They kept its deep commitment to human rights and civil liberties, but deliberately altered its structural flaws, strengthening the parliament, stabilizing the chancellorship, and removing the unchecked executive emergency powers that had proven so fatal. The story of Weimar serves as a universal textbook case for political scientists worldwide. It reminds us that a constitution cannot exist merely as a beautifully written piece of paper. Its survival depends entirely on a shared public trust and the unwavering willingness of its citizens and leaders to defend its values against those who seek to destroy it. The adoption of the Weimar Constitution on August 11, 1919 was an act of profound courage in the face of absolute national defeat and chaos. It was a bold declaration that even in humanity's darkest hours, the ideals of freedom, equality, and democracy are worth striving for. As we reflect on the rise and fall of Germany's First Republic, we are left with a critical question that continues to echo in our modern world. How do you assess the balance between a liberal constitutional design and the brutal reality of intense social and economic unrest? Can a democracy survive if its institutions grant total freedom to the very political movements that wish to dismantle it? We want to hear your analytical perspectives on this vital turning point in history. Share your thoughts, historical theories, and insights in the comments section below. If you found this deep dive into the lessons of the Weimar Republic valuable, please hit the like button and subscribe to our channel to join us for more deep dives into the grand history of our world. Thank you for watching, and we will see you in the next episode.